Coming into this game, we knew this was going to be a tough game. That's a program. Forget about who the people that they lost. That guy has a winning program there, right? And so that was a game that we expected to have. I thought, we got a lead, and then we just took some terrible shots and got it away. That got away from us. I took Eddie out, and we just lost the lead. That can't happen. But the one thing I'll say is, for everyone, we are playing at a higher pace than people have seen in a long time here, right? 20 more possessions than what we've normally played. So the 60s, that's going to be very tough to do, all right? But at the end of the day, where we didn't do a good job of was transition defense, right? They got 22 points in transition defense. That's where we didn't do a good job at. And talk about this, 45 rebounds. We haven't had 45 rebounds in a long time, all right? Our problem is we've gotten 31 offensive rebounds in the first 2 games and only finished 20, we only got 20 points out of it. That's the problem. We got to finish better down there, all right? So all this other stuff that we're talking about, the defense and all this other stuff, listen, we are playing at a higher pace. So it's going to be more possessions. And people shoot the ball. Yes, we got to do a better job of keeping the people in front of us. Yes, we got to guard the three-point line a little bit better. But a team like Colgate, no matter what, they were going to get 7 threes by the way they play. All right, we gave up 10. We can't do that. All right, but again, this is a new team. We've had 2 tough games. And when I look around all college basketball, none of these games are blowouts. There's a couple of teams that are blowing teams out. Everyone else is having their time. They open it up at the end, and we would have done the same thing if we'd have made our free throws. We didn't make our free throws. But this is a good team. It's a new team. It's a new team. We're still trying to figure things out. These guys all have been scorers in the other places that they've been at. We're asking them to defend. We're asking them to do some other things. Jair Davis has never played on the perimeter in like 3 years. We're asking him to get on the perimeter. There's going to be some adjustments. Donnie Freeman is coming out of high school. He didn't have to guard a 6'6" man. So again, when you put all that into it, again, I'm happy that we were able to pull out a game, 2 tough games, and that's going to help us as we go down the line because this team had complete composure. They never was rattled. We came in and we did what we were supposed to do. All right? Again, not great, and it's not going to be great. We got work to do. But I'm just stop talking about all this other stuff and when you got to talk about the style of play and what we're doing and what things have changed. 20 to 25 more possessions. That's what we're doing. Questions?
Adrian, when you look at the play of Eddie Lampkin, just what you can say about what he's done for you inside and some of the decisions he's made in these first couple games.
I thought Eddie finished a little bit better today. I think he still left some stuff out there. Obviously he goes to the glass. He's doing what we expected him to do. He's a guy, he made some great assists. He got Chris Bell going in the beginning of the second half. He's a guy that you got to play through, but in reality is Eddie's been in and out. So, again, his condition is not where it needs to be, and we'll get it there, and he'll play better.
Coach Autry, you just touched on those things about kind of the identity of this basketball team. Do you feel your team knows what their identity is right now or continuously working toward that right now?
We know what our identity is, right? We do. All right, we hold ourselves and we have an identity and our expectations are a lot higher, right? But again, this is going to take time. I got a new team. We got a new team. That's just the bottom line. Even last year, we had a young team, but those guys had played together. So they gelled probably a little bit faster early on than this team will, probably. That's probably, but we're talented. It's a new team, and again, I give them credit. They did not quit. And they kept playing. We got the rebounds. We've scored when we needed to score in these last couple of games. Inside. We've had big plays inside or off of offensive rebounds. Lucas Taylor comes in and get a big offensive rebound. I would love for us to make these free throws, all right? But we didn't. That's just the way the ball bounces.
Adrian, I hear what you're saying about the more possessions, so there'll be more points and stuff like that. But are you happy with where the defense is at right now? Colgate did made 10 threes, shot 37% from the line?
No, I'm not happy. I just said that. I'm not happy, again, what I'm really not happy about is the 22 transition points. That just can't happen, right? That's just the reality. When I talk to our guys about that, they understand that. We can't do that, all right? We got to get back. But we're going to the glass too, right? So we got two guys. We're going to the glass, right? So the other guys got to get back, and we got to be able to contain the ball. And we'll continue to work on that. That's something that we work on, and we'll continue to work on that.
Adrian, what do you guys have to do to get better closing out these games? Obviously, Lemoyne struggled to close them out there. How do you extend, I guess, in the second half and make sure you're not playing close games down the stretch?
I think, again, I talked about that. We got up, I think, 13 or 11, 13, and we just came down. Someone shot a three. Then we turned it over, a careless turnover. And in every instance in that situation, they scored. And we didn't get back, they got a three. So it just changed like that. So again, we got to take care of the ball. We got to, obviously we want to play fast, we want to play free, but we get to a point where the shot selection has to be a little bit better. And I just think we didn't do that in that stretch. And again, a good team, they took advantage of it. They got themselves right back in the game.
Was there a sense of complacency, you think, that settled in for your team there when you're up 13?
I don't know if it was a sense of complacency. I mean, we told them this. These guys have, they've come in here and played us tough, and they've won, multiple championships, the NCAA tournament team. But again, JJ knows about them a little bit. Some of the guys that came in, but these other guys, don't. But I don't think it was complacency. I just think we just took bad shots and turned it over at the wrong time.
Brad, what was your message, about the transition defense and getting back quicker?
Yeah, we got to get better. We got to get back and build walls. I mean, Cox, he had a clear lane and he was going full steam ahead. That can't happen. You can't stop anybody, when you do that. So again, we addressed it, and we'll continue to address it. Again, when you have this team, you address this, and then something else kind of comes up. So again, work in progress. That's the best way I would describe our team. But everything else is there for us. The ingredients are there for us to put it together and get going. And I know we will. We have no other choice. But I'm just, I'm still excited about this team and what we can be. We're not there yet, but I'm excited about what we can be.
How would you assess Elijah Moore, having to play big minutes in this basketball game?
You know what? He was great. I thought he made some big shots. Again, a freshman still working on that other side of the ball, and I thought he really responded after the first game. That whole week of practice, and again, he earned his minutes, so I was happy for him. But Elijah's a guy that not only can he shoot, he made a nice play off the drive to Peter. Again, I'm excited about him. He just has to keep working. He's a tough kid. He knows how to play, and I'm just excited what he can do going forward.
Coach, first time in JJ's career that he's fouled out of a game. Do you feel like you missed him down the stretch?
It was a nip and tuck game. I thought, we tried to get him going and putting pressure on the defense at the end because, he's hard to guard. We got one. We came out of the timeout and got that one drive. It's tough to say, but obviously he's a guy that we need to, we need him to be one of our guys. Again, he played. He was aggressive. Still think, he can still be a little bit more aggressive. We're going to need him to be a little bit more aggressive. But him fouling out, only playing 22 minutes, that's, we got to do a better job of. And again, that comes down to transition defense. Some of those fouls, guys going downhill full. So we just got to do a better job defending everyone as a whole.
Coach, talk about how you've seen Chris Bell's offensive game develop a little bit more of getting away from the catch and shoot and really improved in terms of putting the ball on the floor and moving off the ball this season.
I know. Because we've known Chris, from his freshman year. I think the biggest thing that I've seen in Chris Bell is that he's really made a conscious effort to rebound the basketball and trying to play defense. That's what I would like to talk about with Chris Bell. But again, he put the ball on the floor. He made a couple of drives. We got him on some movement. Backdoor because teams are going to guard him hard. So we just got I thought Eddie did a really good job of getting him going. We ran a couple of things to try to get him some shots, and I thought he made some good decisions. He made a big time entry pass into Eddie at the end of the shot clock. Again, Chris has grown a lot. So it's just more on the defensive end that I'm really excited about. I think he's starting to get that he can be a really good defender. He made, I think, 2 blocks, early on, which was big time. I mean, again, that one where he grabbed the rim, I wish he wouldn't have did that, but But that, again, transition defense. You know, that's that. If there's anything you're gonna write about, it is our transition defense was not where it needed to be. All right.
Coach, why are you so passionate about pushing the pace? Is it more personnel based, or is this something that when you took the job you wanted to consciously get this team playing faster than they had in the past?
It's just the way I like to play. You know, it's just, you know, I think it's exciting. I think, you get a chance to play more guys. You know, I think the really good teams, you know, when you look at it, you know, they play 8, 9 guys. You know, certain games it may be 7, but they can go 9, 10 deep sometimes. And, you know, I think, you know, as we continue to get better, we will be able to do that. You know, some of the guys that's not getting a lot of playing time right now, is just some of the matchups it's tough. You know, Naheem, it's tough, you know, when you're playing against 4 little guards, and Woodard is a guy that's, you know, mobile, and he can run the offense. We need to pressure him a little bit more. You know, that's tough for Naheem. But certain games, he's going to be great, so we'll be able to use him. I love our versatility. You know, we just got to keep getting better as a unit.
Speaking broadly, how do you balance a new team, as you said, but with a schedule that demands non-conference wins? And does it change how you coach? Like, do you have to accelerate certain things? I'm curious how you approach that.
You know, I think, you know, we you know, again, our schedule is a tough schedule. You know, like even, you know, our non-conference games, you know, that's the Patriot League champs right there. So our schedule is we have to be ready to go. So you got to balance, you know, trying to get through that and play through some things, but you know, you're still trying to win. You know, at the end of the day, you're trying to win, and so it's something that we're growing. You know, when I talk about our team growing, I'm growing as well with this team, trying to figure this team out. What's the best units? What's the best combinations? You know, and that's just being honest. That's just straight being honest. And again, we have a lot of good players, and you know, and they can all fit. The pieces all fit. You know, I was glad to see Lucas Taylor hit a 3 today. We know he's a good shooter. You know, like we got to get him, you know, going and making a couple of shots. Again, we still haven't shot the ball like the way we know we can. You know, we still haven't shot the ball the way we know we can. And you know, that's just, you know, that's the excitement that I know we can play more better than what we are right now.
Thanks,
Thanks, guys.